Line 22, 7b97z65. Polarisable particle atomic optical dipole laser beams UFO formula 5G Wow Seti. Here's the alien radio signal. This is diffraction, polarizable particles, atoms, optical dipole laser beams UFO formula line 222 Wow data. September 19, 2013. Today's October 19th. Previous video is line 22, 7b97z64C, rotating waves, atoms, magnetic resonance, UFO 3 formula 5G Wow Seti. Google atomic pulses equations, closed PDF file results on a blog. Optical dipole force on ladder-like 3-level atomic systems driven by chirped few-cycle pulse laser fields from those scientists on June 2012. The link is arxiv.org. And formula from data will continue. So I googled optical dipole force, and the quotes and diagrams are from a blog. Nature.com, Journal Home, Archive, Issue, News and Views, Full Text, Figure 1. The all-optical dipole trap from Optical Manipulation, Trapping Ions, Timo A. Neiman, Nature Phonetics, and that's the link. This is what it looks like here. Two types of optical force act when a polarizable particle is illuminated by a focused beam. A scattering force, radiation pressure, acts to push the particle in the direction of propagation of the beam red. At the same time, the optical fields induce a dipole moment in the particle, and this dipole moment results in the particle being attracted to the focal region. Where the fields are strongest, blue, this gradient force is similar to the forces that attract polarizable particles to magnets or electrostatically charged objects. And that's from www.nature.com, and there's the link there that I got it from. The optical transport, BEC transport. To transport the ultra-cold atoms in a controlled way into the science chamber, we implemented an optical conveyor belt formed by two counter-propagating red detuned laser beams. Thanks to the optical dipole force, atoms are loaded into the antinodes of the vertically aligned standing wave potential. Applying a frequency difference between the upwards and downwards propagating wave, the optical standing wave pattern is brought into motion. Once the atoms have reached the position of cavity mode, they are loaded into a cross-beam dipole trap where they are further cooled to quantum degeneracy. So that's from www.quantumoptics.ethc.ch. September 29, 2013, formula from the data. Optical force, polarizable particle, illuminated focused laser beam. Scattering force, radiation pressure, acts push particle in the direction equals propagation. Beam red, the same time optical field induce dipole moment. In particle results, particle equals attracted to focal region. Fields strongest are blue. Gradient force similar to forces attract polarizable particles to magnets or electrostatically charged objects. So we're going to add this to the nodes and the wires in the UFO engine, which is called the core. This will be the space communication, used for space communications invention. Okay. Cross-reference with WOW data, lines 1 to 27. Communication. We'll just do core, because cores are usually put in core or engine. And then we'll go with wires, and we'll be able to find all the formulas to go with that. Transport ultra-cold atoms controlled way into science chamber. Optical conveyor belt form two counter-propagating red detuned laser beams. Optical dipole force, atoms loaded into antinodes of equals vertically aligned standing wave potential. Let's do that. Applying a frequency difference between upwards and downwards. Propagating wave, optical standing. Okay, upwards and downwards, I'm going to add that as to fermions, leptons, bosons. We're going to do this, the new standard model. Some similar in there. Propagating wave, optical standing wave pattern brought into motion. Atoms reach position of cavity mode loaded into crossed beam and crossed, and then beam is beam into a dipole trap. Further cooled to a quantum degeneracy. I'm going to Google that and see what it means. Keyword quantum degeneracy. Quote from Wiki. Conversely, an energy level is said to be degenerate if it contains two or more different states. The number of different states at a particular energy level is called the level's degeneracy, and this phenomenon is generally known as a quantum degeneracy. So, keyword atomic pulse equations with its formulas will continue in the next 20 or so videos. Thanks for watching.